dribble, but since then has not been a factor.
Starks hits the three. Well, as you say that, John Starks hammers the three. What a play by Oakley on the save off the missed free throw. So the Knicks now lead by 2. And again, the chant of defense. Good switch by Ewing. Jordan checking the clock. Shot clock at 3. 24-second violation.
Well, the battle for the missed free throw situation, a typical Charles Oakley hustle play to get the save and then making sure he crashed into a whole bunch of red uniforms and banging with Longley. And this is how you get a lot of open threes after offensive rebounds, as John Starks, been quiet offensively for a while, gets a big one there.
Well, remember, we showed you at halftime when these two clubs departed, Charles Oakley involved in taunting of assistant coach Jim Clemens and Luke Longley. Ewing, Patrick Ewing, with his first point since the first quarter. So the Knicks now lead 55-51. 4 minutes left in the third. Kerr for 3. Oakley rebounds. Ewing getting position on Wennington. Ewing. Oakley at the tip. Charles Oakley, the one-time Chicago Bull, with a number of hustle plays that have made a difference here in the third quarter.
Well, one of Patrick Ewing's favorite plays. Face up the basket, take it to the lane. And the big complaint has been Patrick Ewing gets away with a walk. I don't know, very close there. Looked like he got both feet down. And then a hard move to the basket by Patrick Ewing with the left hook. And Scottie Pippen fails to get a body on Charles Oakley. Never sees him as Oakley gets the follow.
If you're going to compare everybody to Michael Jordan, well, then everybody's going to pale in comparison, and then no one's any good. All we expect from Patrick as far as a team is Patrick to be Patrick, and I think he has been. Somebody tried to discount that he had 16 rebounds in the first game. Well, you can't discount that a guy has 16 rebounds. I mean, that is the equivalent of going out and getting 30 points. But I think all too often people nitpick at Patrick for not being Jordan when no one else is either.
And as Jeff Van Gundy is talking about Patrick Ewing, came up with that rejection. Traveling violation on Anthony Mason. Although, Matt, as you see the block by Ewing, I think that Van Gundy is blurring the issue. This has everything to do with Patrick Ewing, not Ewing versus Michael Jordan. That battle does not exist. That's no contest. The real issue is that Ewing has not come through in the big moments, but Jeff trying to deflect that, which is understandable from a coaching point of view.
And Patrick is quick to point out, he told me yesterday, hey, I'm a center. Other people have to get me involved. But I think everybody is focusing on the offensive thing. But that block on Wennington, those are the things that Ewing has to do. Rebound, block shots, make the pass out of the double team, set the pick on the two-man game. That's how he can help his ball club.
Mason draws the foul, but the issue is that he has come up short in fourth quarters and has had difficulty at the line in important moments, not only this season, but that goes back a bit.
And in game 1 of this series, he missed the 2 critical free throws with 2:15 to go in the ball game, had a few turnovers on the walking violations, and even though he was getting good low post position, just was unable to get those shots to go down. And when you have a franchise center, which Patrick Ewing certainly is, he has to connect on a large share of those kind of plays. No question about it, and Patrick Ewing, I think, would agree with that.
Meanwhile, Michael Jordan sitting it out, getting a rest with 2.5 remaining in the third quarter. Knicks with a 58-53 lead. Chicago now with Wennington, Rodman, and Pippen on the front line. Harper and Kerr in the backcourt. Harper guarded by Mason. Charlie Ward is back for the Knicks. Played well in the second quarter. Ward knocking it out of the hands of Kerr, who puts the ball as a foul was called. Kerr thought for a moment that it was a 24-second violation, but Ward committed the foul just before the 24-second buzzer.
Well, we talk so much about how outstanding the Chicago Bulls defense is. Hey, give this New York Knicks defense credit as well. They're not letting anybody run anywhere. They're bumping, they're hitting hard. That's their style of defense. But Charlie Ward, with just 1 second on the shot clock, committing the half.
Wennington on a quick release. The basket counts and a foul call. Foul on Ewing away from the ball, but the basket by Wennington will count. He is now 2 of 4 from the field. So Ewing called for his second foul. Here comes Jordan back, replacing Pippen. Will be Rodman at the line for the first time.
Well, one of the problems with the Knicks as far as giving up second shots, and Charles Oakley has complained about it, hey, when I go help, nobody is getting a body on Dennis Rodman. Well, that time Patrick Ewing tried, but Rodman just kept battling and drew the foul.
Alan Rodman has played 34 minutes, has not committed a foul. Off the double team, illegal defense is called.
I think you mean he has not been called for a foul. He has committed many fouls, lots of pushing, lots of shoving, but when you do it all the time, as Dennis Rodman does, you actually get the benefit of the doubt from the officials. Dennis Rodman would not agree with that. He thinks he's being singled out many times, and he thinks that the referees are watching him and calling everything against him, but he gets away with plenty, believe me.
But I think he is watched a bit closer. But today, no complaints from Dennis.
We're early.
Knicks lead by 2. A minute 40 remaining. Third quarter. Nice look. Ewing from Mason. The Knicks 60 and the Bulls 56.
Oh, terrible decision that time by Dennis Rodman to come double team Ewing too far away from the basket. Nobody protecting inside, and Mason gets an easy one.
Rodman off the dribble. And pushed by Oakley. For Oakley, his third. The Knicks and the Bulls are now over the foul limit.
Well, Chicago made a decided effort not to double team Patrick Ewing, at least until he put the ball on the floor, and catching the ball 17, 18 feet away. Not a good decision by Dennis Rodman, and he knows it, and he's being reminded of that by people in the area, letting him know we can't help you in that situation. If you go double team and we're not expecting it, we're waiting for Ewing to put the ball on the floor if we're going to come help.
Dennis only a 52% free throw shooter during the regular season. Bill Wennington being replaced by the 41-year-old James Edwards, making his first appearance of the game. Now Patrick Ewing will sit down. Here's Willie Anderson checking back in. Ewing 9 points, 9 rebounds. So Rodman 3 of 3 at the line. And the Knicks lead 60-58. Kerr stealing from Ward, but could not convert. Oakley passed on the shot. Here's the double on Mason.
Actually, the Knicks had a mismatch inside with Mason and Harper. Now steal by Kerr.
Kerr again, and lost it. Oh, this will not be on the personal highlight film of Steve Kerr. The good news, you've come up with successive steals, and the dreadful news, you blow it both times.
Pressure defense by Kerr. Actually should have taken that first one to the right hand, and now the attempted crossover, and Kerr picks that one off, but cannot finish at the other end with Mason bearing down.
Lighter side to the consecutive miscues by Kerr after the steals. The bench kind of got a kick out of it.
You can see the expression on Ron Harper's face. Michael Jordan was smiling as well, saying, hey, Steve, great defense, quick hands, way to steal the ball. But hey, can't you finish one off with a layup?
So the Knicks lead by 2, 40 seconds to go. Third quarter. Marv Albert, Matt Guokas, Jim Bray from Madison Square Garden in New York. Mason spinning his way on Rodman.
Well, that's the disrespect that the Knicks have for Dennis Rodman's ability to defend out on the floor. They know he doesn't like to do it.